Al Jazeera Podcasts.
I'm Marthe, and this is The Take. As Israel's war on Gaza continues, we're coming to you on Sundays with a weekly roundup. This week, 214 days into a ceasefire, Israel has killed at least 828 Palestinians in Gaza. Israel extending control of land in Gaza. Israel continues to violate ceasefire agreement with Lebanon. Trump does not rule out new hostilities with Iran. Today's Sunday, May 3rd. Israel has killed at least 72,608 Palestinians in Gaza since October 7, 2023. Israeli forces are taking control of more land in Gaza, extending their control beyond the so-called Yellow Line. The new invisible boundary is referred to as the Orange Line. It restricts people's movement in the Gaza Strip. Al Jazeera's Tareq Azzoum reports from Gaza City.
It's a newly expanded military boundary established by the Israeli military this year, and it's basically extending beyond the previous yellow demarcation line that has been imposed after October 2025 ceasefire between Hamas and Israel to deepen military control. It covers an additional 11% of Gaza's territory, bringing roughly 60% of the strip under restricted military areas. We continue to hear from UN agencies that this line, along with the yellow demarcation line, further restricts the movement of aid teams and creates more congestion in a small shrinking coastal area. But what makes this new orange line, let's say, more alarming is the absence of any warning signs or visible and physical boundaries that we can see.
Israel continues to violate the ceasefire agreement with Lebanon despite a U.S. directive for Israel to stop attacks. It intensified its attacks on southern Lebanon over the weekend, killing at least 41 people. Hezbollah says it's responding to the latest round of attacks with drone strikes on Israeli troops. Al Jazeera's Obaida Hitto reports from Tyre in southern Lebanon.
There really isn't a ceasefire here in southern Lebanon. As I'm speaking to you, I'm hearing the sound of a drone that's been buzzing for the most part of the day. It's flying over Tyre, and there are reports of drones flying over other parts of southern Lebanon. We've also seen jets fly over Tyre, as well as carry out airstrikes on these coastal areas in the southwest front. So these kinetic military activities continue. Not only are they continuing, but they're intensifying. This evening, there has not been a silent moment for the past 4 to 5 hours. Constant explosions, activity in the air above, and all of this is turning into very bad days ahead for thousands of people who returned to the south at the start of this ceasefire, only to find either their homes destroyed, their towns occupied by Israeli troops.
Israel's military offensive in Lebanon has forced more than 1 million people from their homes. That's almost 1 in 5 people. And in southern Lebanon, tens of thousands of people witnessed the destruction of their homes and infrastructure. Israeli troops are systematically destroying villages in tactics similar to Gaza. Al Jazeera's Zeina Khdor reports from Beirut.
This is what the Israeli army has been doing to villages across that region. They've been systematically detonating civilian homes, infrastructure, power stations, water networks. They're creating a new reality. It's making the area unlivable, and for the people who once lived there, unrecognizable. Visual evidence is being shared by Israel, and satellite imagery have shown entire blocks leveled, including historic neighborhoods. The zone occupied by the Israeli army is roughly 10% of Lebanon's territory. In a similar strategy used in Gaza, it established what it calls a yellow line, south of which is a no-go area. And this is happening while there is a U.S.-brokered ceasefire.
It's day 65 since the US and Israel started their war on Iran. US President Donald Trump received a new proposal from Iran over the weekend, focusing on 14 points to lift the naval blockade and ending the war on all fronts, including in Lebanon. Trump did not rule out renewed hostilities. Iran says it's on standby for a return to war. Al Jazeera's Alan Fisher has more from Washington, D.C.
No return to Islamabad for the moment. That's only likely to happen if a deal is imminent. One proposal that's been reported is that the United States will end the blockade of Iranian ports, the Strait of Hormuz will be reopened, there will be then concrete discussions on extending the ceasefire indefinitely, and then and only then would Iran talk about its nuclear weapon program. That is going to be a major obstacle for Donald Trump. He has made it clear Iran must commit to not having a nuclear weapon. Not now, not ever. Trump was asked if he would seek congressional approval to continue the war. Not needed, he insists. Asked if he would go in and blast the Iranians again if there is no deal, the president says it's an option, but he would prefer to make a deal.
People in Iran are feeling the impact of the war every day. There are disruptions to power and water since weeks of war damaged key infrastructure in the country. Al Jazeera's Tohid Asadi has more from Tehran.
Life in Iran may appear normal at first glance, but a closer look tells a different story. Weeks of war has had a devastating impact across the country. Iran says more than 3,300 people were killed and more than 40,000 injured during the war. At least 125,000 civilian buildings have been damaged. These include more than 100,000 residential units, at least 23,500 commercial properties, around 340 medical and healthcare facilities, nearly 900 universities and schools, and 20 Red Crescent centers. The destruction has affected services and crucial sectors of the economy. Even as daily life continues, the economic strain is becoming harder to ignore.
And that's the take for Sunday, May 3rd. Please join us again tomorrow. This episode was produced by me, Marthe van der Wolf. Our sound designer is Alex Roldan, and Alexandra Locke is the Take's executive producer.